Hello. Hey guys, how's it going? How we doing? I feel like I need to put my gain up just a tiny bit. Okay, that's probably a little bit better. But how we doing it again? Oh my god. Oh my god, that was one hell of a stutter. How are we doing today, guys? What we've been up to? What's up, Chelsea? Hitoshi Kurage, J-Bird, Chelsea, Jennifer, Sakura, Panay Girl, Magic Cow. I said Kurage. I did say Kurage. Yeah, what's up? How we doing today, guys? What's up? No crazy intro today, because the crazy intro, oh, Cena, how we doing, bro? What's up? So the reason why I'm not doing a crazy intro today is because I have to do a disclaimer. So this stream does not condone the use of any illegal substances, and before you take any medication, you must consult with a doctor. And yeah, basically, don't do drugs. You're taking a huge risk, and what you're going to see today is it is a gigantic risk, that like an incomprehensibly huge risk that is not worth it. Don't do it. Just don't risk it. It's not worth it. So that's the intro. I had to do that at the beginning of stream. Good, how are you today, Astra? I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. I slept in the floor. I just fell asleep in the floor, but I'm doing pretty good. Actually, my back feels great because I fell asleep in the floor, to be honest. You don't do drugs, good. Keep it that way. Everything in this is intended for educational purposes. So definitely, yeah, don't do drugs. It's not worth it. I know people who do drugs. I can tell you firsthand experience after seeing them. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Yeah, don't. Seriously. But, yeah, I don't know. I just laid down on the floor and I just went straight to sleep. Wait, hold on. We ain't got no music, bruh. We ain't got no music right now. Okay, now we got some music. Yeah. Yeah, is this the right window? Yes, it is. You guys can see what I'm seeing right now. There's so many other things to get you going other than drugs, so I don't understand why people do it. You see, I do understand why people do it. That's the difference. Like, I mean, think of, so there was an experiment done on lab rats, right? And a long time ago, what they did is they had regular water, and then they had cocaine-laced water. What do you think the rats chose? They chose the cocaine-laced water. Every time. But that was also when they were put in an empty cage with nothing to do. When the rats were put into a very large cage with anything a rat could possibly ever want, so I guess playthings, good food, that sort of stuff, they actually almost never chose the cocaine water. So I think that kind of gives you some insight as to why people do drugs. I think it's because some people are lonely, maybe have a bleak outlook on life. It's escapism, you know? So they're seeking for the other answer, but I can tell you, it doesn't get you anywhere. It makes things a lot worse. I have seen it. I have seen it. So don't do it. But yeah, I do intend on this being pretty damn educational, actually. So who sleeps on the floor? I sleep on the floor. Thank you very much. I sleep on this like little mat on the floor. It's not a futon. It's like a workout mat. I just lay down on it and go to sleep. And I had some wild dreams on it too. Oh my god, the dreams were absolutely out of control. Completely out of control. You sleep on the floor, it's comfy. See, it's also really good for your back. It's actually really good for your posture. Hey, you just finished some garden work? Oh, cool. What are you growing, dude? What kind of stuff you growing? Yeah, help them escape from the reality they don't want to deal with or take ownership of, and that's why some people choose to do drugs. Same thing with alcohol. Some people will say alcohol is a drug. I agree to an extent, but I believe that we can say that there is a pretty big difference between alcohol and literal meth. You know what I mean? I think there's a pretty big difference. It's not even a fine line in the sand. But alcohol can become just as dangerous with long-term heavy use. So I don't recommend overdoing it. Everything in balance and moderation. The floor sucks, no thanks, but it's good for your back. It's good for your back. Were the dreams juicy? Okay, if I'm being honest, I dreamed about my ex. I dreamed about my ex, and I had to rescue her from, like, a bunch of situations. And there's, like, she had encountered, like, some, like, racist stuff, like, IRL, and I had to, like, protect her from, like, racists and stuff in my dream. It was freaking awful. It was terrible, actually. I had a horrible time. Yep. No, so sleeping on the floor, I guess, triggered something unexpected. Yeah, oh, indeed. You have an ex? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Why do you ask? But, I mean, I'm 169 years old. You gotta think I probably dated someone at some point, right? Also, feels nice to sleep on a cool floor when the weather sucks real. No, like, if you get, like, the pillow or whatever you got just right, the floor is really comfortable. Makes your back hurt worse. Well, you've also been... You have a bit of a different situation. You've been in an accident, so laying in a floor might not be so good for you. But I have, like, severe inflammation and stuff. So I have to lay down... or laying down on the floor helps my inflammation a lot. I don't know why. It might have something to do with, like, fascia. I'm not going to get into that. I'm in education mode right now. I could talk about medicine. I'm not going to get into that right now, though. He has, like, 5 million. I do not. Bruh. What a lovely last 2 digits. I know. It's just ha-ha funny sex number. It's what a magical age to be. You know, 69, 169, 269. I can't wait till I reach 6969. That'll be like the most magical age I will ever reach, unless I live much longer than that. I don't know. We'll see. I thought you were 10,569. Okay, now that's just slander, Sakura. That's straight up slander, bruh. Was your ex also a werewolf or a human? They were human. At least you didn't dream about vomiting. Ew. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't dream about vomiting. Although I did have to navigate like a cliff face. And I had to catch her because she almost fell off of a cliff. And then... yeah, there was like some people like chasing us through the streets. And someone towed my car. And it was just like every disaster that could happen was happening. And I was like, wow, I sacrificed so much of myself for this person. You know what I mean? It was just really wild. Astra Superhero Werewolf, dreams of your ex getting a little peanut butter and jealous. Wait, I don't quite understand. Should I sleep on your floor tonight, Astra? Only if you want to. I wouldn't say it's it's definitely not a requirement. But do what's most comfortable to you, what's good for you. Trust me, I've been encountering racist jokes. Yeah. No, it was really... It is pretty, like, annoying in the dream because it just kept popping up. Like, everywhere we went, I'm like, bruh. Also, Korin! I'm not old-san! You're old-san! What's up? こいつまた変なこと言いやがって。とにかくようこそ、コリン。激にしてたかい? You were the Tanjiro of your dreams. That, you know what? I like to think about it that way. I was kind of a hero. A little bit. But so what are we actually looking at today? So there's an old website called Erowid. This is a very well-known website. Very well-known. Where people share their trip experiences. There's other things on this website as well. But they call this the Experience Vault, where people can share any experiences that they've had. And there's a lot of interesting ones here. So I've taken a look at some of these, and I picked some that I thought were more interesting. Not all the trips are bad trips. These are just specifically the bad trips, right? Some of them are listed under challenging experiences, but I wanted to showcase kind of the horrifying side of what can actually happen, and hopefully convince you guys that maybe it's not something that you should play with, if I can speak. I meant getting peanut butter. Wait, oh, you're getting peanut butter right now? What, you making a sandwich, bro? You have a bad gut feeling. Why you have a bad gut feeling? DMT is indeed, it is a substance that I do not recommend anyone ever touch. It's not worth the risk. It ain't worth the risk. But, oh, I do have some interesting stuff happening. So that song I posted, hold on. Let me refresh it. It's got 393 plays already. I didn't expect that to happen. I figured it would get like 50. So, yeah. No, that's kind of cool, honestly. I was like, damn. A meme song and one posted on basically a ghost channel, for the most part, has 393 plays on YouTube. That's kind of nuts. I can't believe that in 3 days. Like, what? That, you know, I'm gonna be honest, most of my videos don't get that in 3 days. It actually, no video I have ever made has gotten that in 3 days. So I'm like, what? Yo, you know, and except for shorts, but I'm talking long form, right? You know what I mean? So I wonder how far it's going to go. Out of sheer curiosity, I wonder how far it's going to go. But it keeps going. Knock on wood. Who knows? We'll see. But I thought that was cool. I had to share that. I'm pretty proud of that. Check Spotify. Spotify, the stats are lagging. Because it shows that some people have... Ah, don't look at that! Don't look at that! Hold on. Let me look at anti-Eurobeat. It doesn't show me here. And I can't show the other panel. It might dock stuff. Damn it! Okay, well, let me try Astra Yonaka. Let's see. No, I want to go to the artist. AKA me, because I'm an artist. Okay, now some stuff is popping up. I'm a verified artist. That's cool. Okay, but yeah, we got some stuff popping up. It was originally sitting at 0, but it actually has some views on Spotify. That's kind of cool. But yeah, YouTube's been like actually popping off for real. It's kind of crazy. Yes, I now have a Spotify. I'm on Deezer, I'm on Pandora, I'm on YouTube Music, I'm on TikTok Sounds or whatever it's called. I'm on Instagram. I'm about anywhere you can get music, I am there now. Just this one song, but there will be more songs in the future. And hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. I've been busting my ass on some stuff. So hopefully it'll be really cool. One of them sounds so good. Oh my god, I want to get it out so bad. Oh my god, it sounds so good. Okay, I'm not going to get into that. Astra's now the werewolf life coach. Yeah. Kimmy, what's up? Welcome, Kimmy. How we doing? How we doing, Kimmy? Choo. Hey, yo. Okay, you see the YouTube glitch? Guys, look. YouTube glitch. This happens sometimes. I don't know why YouTube does this. I don't know why it's doing this. But look at the chart. It says there's one person here. I think there's more than one person here. Is it? Why? What did I do to deserve that? What the fuck, YouTube? Hey, yo, congratulations. Omedetou arigatou na. Yeah, I'm trying to make some big moves while I can. So, yeah, definitely more big moves coming up. Okay, and there we go. YouTube fixes the glitch. I don't know why it does that. It's so weird. Yep, that's a glitch. So, but if you see it corrects the graph later. I saw that once before early on when I was streaming. I was like, wait, what the hell's happening right now? You know, it's just everyone yeeted out. I was like, did I say something really bad by accident? TBH, I had a friend's dorm scene and we both got and the one day. Yeah. Again, be careful. Be careful. Nah, hits all me. What do you mean? Everyone here are my alts. Whoa. That's like having voices in my head. Demon Queen, you little perv? Huh? Why would we call Demon Queen a perv? What? One sec, getting your headphones. Evie, what's up? Welcome, Evie. How we doing? What you been up to? But soon, I think we're going to get into reading some of these Erowid reports. I have a few pulled up. And we'll go through them. All about DMT, all challenging experiences. I'll be lurking now, drawing for stuff. Okay. Alright, you be good, bruh. Hold on, where's my... Let me open this source, actually. I think this is better ambience for this. Some piano music. She was high. Don't get high, guys. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. See, Corin, you got the right idea. Yeah, I think... I don't think you call someone a perv for getting high. Perv has a bit of a different meaning. But yeah, how about we get into the first report and we'll read over it. And then once we do that, we'll talk a little bit about it. But the first report is A Cautionary Tale, DMT, by Sasha. If you notice and you look at the top, it gives you some details. It doesn't say the dose here because I guess they didn't specify a dose. It was smoked DMT, powder crystals, that's the typical form, and their body weight is 120 pounds. This was written 3 days after this experience. I had an experience with my friend Dimitri on that burned me horribly. It may have put me off brain science for the rest of my life. I was at a friend's house on a Friday with about 8 people. We were projecting trippy stuff and the light was low. Someone pulled out some DMT. I had never tried it and thought, why not? The pipe, which had been used before, maybe had some left in the pipe, was held to my lips, directly heated, and I was told to breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and then my brain started screaming. The experience itself was as if someone cross-wired my 5 senses and put my brain into an infinite feedback loop. Imagine audio feedback applied to your crossed senses. There were no elves. There was no dark matter. There was no room, people, chair, or anything but my mind looking at itself. Looking at itself. This is not an emotional metaphor, by the way. This is my physical kinesthetic reality being brutally ripped from me. I had a concept, though there were no thoughts, that 5 minutes of this would melt my brain and I would pass away. And I realized that death would not save me, but I would be like this till the end of the universe. It was the most terrifying, horrifying experience I've had or could imagine having. When I came to, I was told that I had screamed at the top of my lungs for 3 minutes. I'd bitten my hand so hard that I had broken through the skin in 10 points, damaged a nerve in my pinky, and my tooth was loose. I had given myself a black eye, scratched my face, 1 eyeball, and both my eyelids. My left ankle and right ribs hurt, my throat was sore, and I promptly got a cold the next day. Okay, maybe the last one was my own fault. I forgot the experience directly afterwards, and it took my brain a couple of days to fill in the gaps, though I still do not remember hurting myself or screaming. Someone asked me directly after if I did it if it was bad, and I said no. This was patently false, but it took me another day to realize it. Unfortunately, this had come in the form of reliving the experience in horrific dreams that left me terrified, shivering, and seeing things after I woke up. Just as you being drunk feels like being drunk, these dreams feel like being on DMT. They really feel the same. Because of the 4 a.m. adrenaline rushes, I wake up in the morning weak and exhausted with low blood sugar. Saturday was a wash. I actually got up and gave a talk to high school students about interactive art. I then forgot I gave the talk for the rest of the day. I ended up feeling as if I'd dreamt the whole day. Sunday was better, but still very difficult. I developed, hopefully temporarily, a fear of the dark, which I think is related to the resulting nightmares. Each day, it has taken me half a day to shed the anxiety of the night. I love reality. I visited the alternative, and for the time being, I'm staying right here. My brain feels raw, and the aftertaste of the terror and the horror that I felt has made it difficult to function even when awake. I just keep saying to myself, it was only a dream, until I believe it. I've been taking it easy. I didn't work this weekend. I went to the seashore, a spa, and Buddhist meditation. It has helped. The lesson. Do this shit in the right setting. Really think about it. Among other things, I should have been sitting on the floor. Think about how stressed you are and how you feel. Always specify how much you want. Always ask how much the other person wants. I think a lot of this was due to the amount. I was a first timer as well, and some things one should work up to. Intervene. If you don't see the above things happening, stop the proceedings. Intervene. No one could know I was biting myself, but someone should have checked. I was restrained, but I probably should have been earlier. I was lucky that I didn't damage myself worse. I know that people work through things and that might be natural, but better safe than sorry. Seriously. Think, this is not a toy. Do you want to take the risk? For me, there were no doors opening, and while I learned a few things, they were not quite what people mean about when they talk about learning about yourself. That's about it. It's now 3 days later and I'm getting better. I think I've had the worst of the dreams. And while I know they'll continue for a while, I'm hoping they will decrease in severity. And actually, I want to go over this interesting note that they put down here at the bottom. This one's really interesting. 2 weeks later, I decided that maybe I would smoke some green. It was definitely a mistake. It started to go bad very quickly. My heart started pounding. I got extremely scared. My body map became distorted and I got very disoriented. I got up, started breathing slowly, and walked around. I told my friends what was happening and they helped distract me, and eventually it got more bearable. Unfortunately, it also brought back the nightmares and middle of the night hallucinations for the next 3 days. I've never had a problem with green in the past, and this is my green that I have smoked many times before. I don't know if this is a flashback of sorts, or just my serotonin system saying, fuck you, but it looks like I'm going to have to lay off anything but beer, one beer for a while. There were no elves. So there's something actually really interesting with DMT. So with DMT, what happens is no matter where you go, any culture around the world, they have the same type of visuals. And one of the entities that they talk about encountering is called machine elves, right? And that's really hard for us to imagine, but we're thinking like, I suppose extra dimensionally or something like that. And no matter what culture you're in, this is really important. No matter what culture you're in, people have the same perception when they're on the substance. Now, when we look at something like, something like typical hallucinations, what ends up happening is those hallucinations are affected by culture. And so, like, some people will have, like, I remember there's like the glass man syndrome, and that's a culturally influenced mental illness. And that's like where you believe that you're made of glass, and if you move, you'll break. It's that delusion. So all of this stuff is influenced by culture, but for some reason with DMT, it's completely persistent all the way through, no matter what culture you're in. That's the really fascinating point about it. Now, what this person was likely experiencing was, I believe it's called PPD. It's something like that, but it's basically, at any point in your life, after taking that substance, and it can get better, but for some people it's forever, they have permanent, what's called visual snow. So visual snow is, it's almost like this like foggy thing when you look around at the world. And it looks like almost like staticky, I guess. And they also experience randomly hallucinations. I know somebody who's experienced this for real, IRL. Wait, what's happening, guys? Cena, are you good, bro? What is happening? What in the world? Wait, huh? Cena, get your ass back here, bruh. What is happening? Yeah, oh, if this is too much, yeah, no, if this is too much, you can definitely go chill. Go chill, dude. Relax. Man. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, no, Cena, just... Bro, do you need me to call you someone? I'll call you... I will call you somebody. You have to dox yourself to me. But I will call you someone. I can't call Cena directly, but I can call a paramedic for them. That's what I can do. I mean, I need information to do that. But yeah, Cena, if you give me info, I'll call someone for you. Damn, dude. Well, there's not... There's not a lot I can do. Man, I'm gonna have to, like, get, like, a logbook of you guys. I'm gonna have to, like, log you guys down. Yeah, I don't know what to do either. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I have no clue what to do here. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull up some info. I don't want to dox them on stream if I'm able to. Let's see. Let's see. What can I do? Hold on. Nope, this is a big shortage of information for me here. Sometimes I can track people down, but this isn't enough for me to do it. Yeah, I'm reading through their info. Bruh, are you good? Are you actually good? Welcome, Lucy. How we doing? Yep, that's a new one. That hasn't happened before. Yeah, no, this is a very sensitive topic. That's why I put a disclaimer at the beginning. Because, very, very sensitive topic. I don't know what... Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't have enough information to go off of to track them down either. It's like there's a couple of things I can do, but it could take me hours to find them. It could take me hours. Yeah. Well, we're probably just going to have to wait. I mean, I really can't do much on my end. If they want me to call someone, they can send info. I will literally call an ambulance for them. All I would need is an address. That's all I would need. I don't need anything else, and I can call you an ambulance. Again, I don't want to dox people, but if you're in a sensitive state, I know how it is. Don't think many people start streaming with the preparation to coax someone out of an ideation. Yeah. Someone's just having a rough time right now. That's what's going on. Is what it looks like. Again, Cena, if you're there and you want me to call somebody, you can send it to me privately. All I need is an address. That's all I need. I can send somebody there. And I'll get you an ambulance. That's all I gotta do. But yeah, there's not much else I can really do right now. So I guess we'll have to wait and see if they come back. And if they do, we'll have to check on them then. Because I mean, unfortunately, we're pretty anonymous overall. Although you maybe not me so much, but you guys are pretty anonymous. So yeah, if they come back, we'll check on them. And if they need me to call someone, they can send me their address. I'll call them. I'll call an ambulance. Yeah. No, this okay. Just a reminder, this is a very sensitive subject. Very sensitive subject. You know what? Shit. Why not? I'll talk to you guys about it. I'll tell you guys about it too. It's actually very triggering to me. The whole time I'm talking about it. It's very triggering to me too. Because some of these experiences remind me of something that happened to me a long time ago. Where I survived something called akathisia. Yeah. Let me type in akathisia. So it's not just you. This stuff is triggering to me even a little bit too. But hold on, let me see. You see, the descriptions of it don't ever do it justice. You gotta find testimony isn't the right word. This website's pretty good about it. But yeah, this is an interesting thing. So this illness was actually induced in prisoners of Soviet Union gulags through medication as a form of torture. And I'm trying to see if I can find a good example. So this person says, to a first timer, this feels like a nuclear bomb going off in your central nervous system. The initial reaction is as frightening and shocking as anything can be. To call akathisia a human rights violation is an understatement of the century. It is truly the most evil thing I have ever and will ever endure. Akathisia is a bizarre constellation of grotesque neurological symptoms, extreme inner agitation and restlessness being the most dangerous, which is powerful enough to remove even the strongest will to survive from anyone, and I mean anyone. So some of the... I've heard a lot of interesting accounts of this. In my case, it felt like all of my blood vessels were going to explode. So it's, again, we're talking about some pretty dark stuff here. You know, when I'm looking at horror, I try to look at things that are kind of real. And this is real to me. This is real. So, definitely, yeah, definitely be careful with this subject. If it's triggering to you, maybe sit this one out. Or you can put it on mute and just chill in the chat or something. Whatever you're comfortable with, you know? Xander wouldn't have their contact info. Xander wouldn't have their contact info. But yeah, so no, this is why I warned everybody against it. I warned everyone against it. Don't use substances. Don't do it. It's bad for you. And also, let me know if Cena hops back in here, by the way, too. If Cena does, you know, I'm gonna check on them and see if they need me to call someone for them as well. So definitely spam the chat. I give you guys, in that situation, permission to spam the chat. Hey Leslie, what's up? How we doing? Astra the trip sitter. Yeah, I will be your guys' trip sitter for today. If that's what I need to do, I'll do it. If that's what I'm put on this earth to do. But yeah. Yeah, unless prescribed by a medical professional. Yeah. But I don't think they're going to prescribe you psychedelics. Being totally real, I don't think that's on the menu. You're sick. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that, man. So many people getting sick, bruh. How much time has passed? What do you mean? But yeah, how we doing, Leslie? What's up? Hold on. I am going to go ahead and message management, though, and see if there is anything they can do, but I really doubt it. not sure if it's y'all's. Really? Oh, I'm just typing to management really quickly just to see if there's anything they're able to do. I really doubt it. It's like, what can they do? Like, I don't have enough information to even track them down. Either way, we'll see. I put it in with them, so we'll find out. 36... Already 36 minutes has passed, I swear. Every time I turn on the stream, things, like, pass so quickly. So you're asking about how someone could talk to me privately. I can't talk one-on-one with you in a VC. I can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that. But what I can do is if you're in trouble, you send me a location, tell me what service you need, and I'll call them for you. It's better if you call them yourself. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. They'll get there faster if you call them yourself. But I have called people in ambulance across the earth before. I have done it before, and I will do it again if I have to. You will not stop me from getting you help if you need it. So that's what I mean. I can't VC with people individually. I can't do that. I'm not allowed. But I will get you help if you need it. As a human being, I feel like I at least have to do that for you if I can. If I'm in a position to do that. And yes, if you are international, I will buy international minutes for you, and I will bombard some poor operator with English if you're in a non-English speaking country. I have done it before, and like I said, I will do it again, and you will not stop me if you request it. There is no barrier. There is no barrier on this earth that can stop me from getting people help when they need it. But yeah, I learned how to dial international numbers for that. I learned the whole process for that. Yeah, you guys take care of yourself, guys. Seriously. Take care of yourselves. You know, find the right people to help you too. It's really good to have the right people around you. I'm not even doing it just to be sweet. I'm just doing it because it's the right thing, you know? You know what I mean? Like, if it's the same thing. Like, if it's even like in person, if someone came up to me and they're looking me in the face, they're like, help, call someone for me. I am bleeding or something, you know. Of course I'm gonna call them an ambulance. I don't see how that's any different over the internet. Also, JC Lopez, what's up? How we doing? Welcome. I've been trying and genuinely won't get into it. That's fair. That's fair. Sometimes, in my experience, the more you think about it, the bigger the problem gets. So, it's best to think less of it and to speak more things that you want to come true. Because I am a firm believer that you speak things into existence, right? So, sometimes I catch myself, I might say, you know, maybe I'm not so good at making music. And then I'll flip around and be like, wait, what the fuck? No, I'm the best musician ever. Shut the hell up. And okay, maybe that's a bit of a stretch. But, you know, I believe that saying things like that really does change your perspective over time. But the key ingredient is, it takes time. It takes time. Don't overthink. I mean, you have to process what's happened, but at the same time, don't give it more attention than it needs. You know what I mean? The more attention you give it, the more you feed the beast, the stronger it gets. So you want to starve the beast, you know what I mean? Do I talk to Shoto? No, I'm a small, little tiny fish in the pond compared to Shoto. I am not even a drop in the ocean compared to Shoto. So I would be down to talk to Shoto at some point, but no, I do not talk to Shoto. That'd be cool though. I'd be down for that. I know who Shoto is. Yeah. You know, maybe this needs to become a therapy stream. Maybe we need to do some therapy. And if any of y'all can get a hold of Cena or know any like contacts, let me see if I have them on Twitter. Am I sharing my screen still? No. Okay, we're good. Let me see if Cena's followed me on Twitter. I don't see anybody with that name on Twitter. Maybe they have an alternate name. Followers. No. Bruh. Yeah, I don't see them on there, so I don't know if they have a Twitter either. What about Kenji? Again, compared to Kenji, I am not even a drop in the ocean. Not even a drop in the ocean. I am a little minnow in a pond of sharks. You know what I mean? Maybe one day. That would be cool. I like Kenji a lot, actually. I love his personality. If I could talk to Kenji, I would be down. I'm going to say it here first. I would be down. But as of right now, I am just one drop of rain. That's it. But one day I'll be the freaking ocean. Yeah. Yeah. That's how you speak things into existence. RB, what's up? I wouldn't worry about it too much. Yeah, there's really not much I can do. To be totally real, can't really do too much about it. You know, I want to help them, but I don't have any information to help them. So I did contact management, see if they're able to do anything. Yeah, I messaged them. There's really not a lot I could do. Yeah, the only star you should focus on is Astra. Hell yeah! Made you ask about all these huge VTubers, bro. I'm telling you, I'm a little dude. I'm just a little dude on YouTube right now. Here's another perspective. You don't have to love yourself to take care of yourself. So someone said a phrase like, spoons in the drawer. Spoons in the drawer. One of my old friends said that, and I never completely understood the analogy. But how many spoons do you have in the drawer? And that represents the energy of what you have to be able to do, and break the rules when you do it if you need to. Who said you had to stand up in the shower, for example? If you're tired in the shower, you could sit down. Okay, and then like if you're running the dishes in the dishwasher, and let's say the dishwasher only, like the first wash through doesn't get it completely clean, run it again. Or if you're brushing your teeth, or if you're like, I'm too tired to brush my teeth, well, if you go and you just like brush your teeth a little bit, that's better than not brushing your teeth at all. So it's better that you just do the little bit that you are able to do in the position that you're in with the energy you got, than to do nothing at all. So anything you're capable of doing. Well, I think you're cool. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, JC. You're a spoonie? What's a spoonie? Hold on, let me look it up. What's spoonie? Ah, oh, so this is where it came from. The term refers to the limited energy or spoons they have available each day, which need to be carefully rationed to complete tasks. Yeah. That was what he was talking about. You'll be a spork. You'll be a fork. Just I mean, they're both pretty utilitarian. They're both pretty utilitarian. I want to be, I don't know. I want to be like, I want to be a cheese grater. I got cheese graters. That's what I am. It's not the most utilitarian, but it's good for one thing. True, but when I say taking care of oneself, I do just mean trying to reduce your proximity to triggers and calming yourself down when you're exposed to it. Yep. So okay. Real talk. Again, I think we're just going to have a real talk stream now, because why not? That's what we're doing. I used to have explosive anger issues. I was an awful demon of a human being, and I would get pissed off at the drop of a hat. Now I'm the complete opposite. I'm a total pacifist. But I used to flip. Like, someone said my name in another room, I would go in that room charging, ready for violence. I was like out of control, right? But I noticed that when I started removing things from my life that contributed to that anger, what do you know? All of a sudden, I'm not an angry person anymore. Right? So you just, it's about removing those influences, because it, you know, I was a kid at the time, you know? So it's kind of hard to choose your environment. But once you're able to choose your environment and you're able to remove stuff, things do get a lot better. Things get a lot better. So that's something to look forward to. Once you have a choice in your situation, things get pretty awesome. Because you can remove stuff that is stressful. I ran out of mental spoons a long time ago, just running on an empty tank. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I really used to be that way. Now for me, mentally, I'm doing pretty good mentally. I hope you guys feel better. I really do. I'm sorry to hear you guys having problems like that. That used to be me, but now it's not a mental problem. It's a physical problem. My body gets in the way of everything, and it sucks. I have the fatigue because of my illness, and that's what stops. That's my spoons. It's not mental spoons. I got physical spoons now. But I still go out. I still chop wood. I run here and there, but I can't overdo it anymore because I was overdoing it, and then my knee got really inflamed, and that sucked. So yeah, the challenge has changed. I'm no longer mentally, you know what I mean. I no longer have that mental thing going on. But damn. But the good news is, I have an examination coming up in May. And they're going to take a look and see what is actually going on for real. Because I haven't had an official diagnosis yet. I had one, but they didn't do it how they do it in the US. So they actually have to take a bacteria sample and a virus sample and all, you know, it's just to sample a bunch of different stuff from you to check and see what it is that's causing this illness, right? So when I was in Japan, they just took a look at the symptoms and they scoped my body. And that was, I'm not gonna lie, the drugs they gave me were pretty awesome. But those were medically prescribed drugs. Again, don't do drugs that are not medically prescribed. But, I had a great time with, okay, but that was the fun part. And but they didn't take a biopsy is what it's called. They didn't check what it actually is. They looked at it and they're like, okay, well, it's clearly an ulcer. But they didn't diagnose the cause. So in May, I'll probably be away for 2 or 3 days when that does happen. They're going to scope me again, and this time they're taking a biopsy. And they're going to look and see, what the hell actually is this? Is it a bacteria? Maybe like, something difficile, I can't remember what it's called. Is it an immune response? Is it a virus? Is it, you know, what is happening? And when that happens, then they're going to talk to me about diet and potential treatment. And who knows? Maybe I'll have endless spoons in the drawer. Maybe I'll get back to sprinting under a 5-minute mile again. That's my dream. I want to get that back so bad. That's my goal. Oh my God, I want to run under a 5-minute mile. But I've gotten to the point I can run a continuous mile now. I wasn't able to do that for the longest time. It took me so long to get to that point again. It took me so long. But after like a ton of work, I'm finally able to run again. And it's pretty awesome. I just can't overdo it. I just can't run too many days out of the week. For some reason, the swinging an axe doesn't bother me. And you would think that's more stressful on the joints. But no, it doesn't bother me in the slightest. I'm totally okay with that. Came back for a sec, just had some guy come to the house. If they're still chilling there, maybe call the police. Maybe call the police, man. Yeah. Bro, we gotta get you all like some private security or some shit, I swear. Like, gangsters need to have like their own security detail, because you got too much shit going on. Not to be rude, are you gay? No, I am not gay. I am very much not gay. I joke a lot though. I might seem gay, but I'm not gay. Maimu, what's up? How we doing, Maimu? What's good, Maimu? You can't run from your demons. You're right. You're right. You have to stand and fight. That's what the axe is for. Bruh. Wait, who is saying I'm gay? Wait, what the fuck? I'm not gay. Hell yeah, doctor checkups. Yeah. It'd be nice to actually know what it is. Oh no, and you're all good, JC. Don't worry about it. We're all chilling. We're all chilling. Depends on how often you swing the axe. Yeah, I don't do it for too long, but when I'm out wood cutting and stuff, well, whenever I work out at all now, I do it to the point to where you reach the high. I don't do it until I reach a low anymore. And that's changed working out for me completely. I can do it consistently now. And I think that's what I used to do in the past, but what was happening was I kept comparing myself to my old numbers. And I was like, well, I used to be able to run a bit under a 5-minute, but not well under a 5-minute mile. That's like Olympic athlete. I'm not quite there. I was never quite there. But, you know, I kept comparing myself to that number. I'm like, well, I should be able to at least run a mile. And I kept pushing it way too hard. And that made me miserable, and I was like, I don't want to do this. But when I started taking the pace slower, and, you know, I was like, you know, I don't even have to run the whole time, just so long as I keep moving. That changed everything. So you got to go at your own pace. And when you're working out especially, you got to go to the point to where you reach the high. And when you're feeling good. I don't go to failure, not anymore. Failure is good if it's hard to explain. Failure for some people can reach you to that point of getting to the high on working out, but not always. Not for everybody. For me, it doesn't do it anymore. If I go to failure, I'm like dead exhausted now. Because I'm slightly anemic. So the typical I think hemoglobin for males is above 13 or 14. The typical hemoglobin for females is above 12. I'm at 11. I have less hemoglobin per, I think, deciliter is how they measure it, than a woman is supposed to have. So, I'm not working with a lot of blood. So that's why I get tired easy. So I have to adjust my pacing accordingly. Gangsters do need security, or at least extra security, some self-defense, yeah. Yeah, no, you guys, yeah, I gotta protect. Nothing wrong with a little gay joke here and there. Which is fine, obviously. See, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. It's not gay, guys. He's wearing socks. I think I'm actually not wearing socks. I took my shoes off. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little, no. I mean, I should work out again. I've slacked off. Yeah, it's definitely, when you're doing it to the point to where it's psychologically good for you and it feels good, it does make you feel a lot better. I noticed since I've been doing it that way, my mood has improved a lot. I kind of miss pumping weights, but I miss cardio even more. Yeah, you just do a bit of light stuff, you know, you don't have to do a lot. How can you check if you're anemic? So actually, anemia has a higher incidence ratio in women. And I'm sure you can guess why. You know, once a month, they lose a lot of blood. So, you go check with the doctor, and they take a blood test. And I know that seems counterintuitive, but they don't take enough for it to be significant on your hemoglobin count. But they take a blood test, and they measure your hemoglobin. And a few other things like iron and stuff like that as well. And they're going to look and see, is it low? Is it, you know, how low is it? And when you're a female, you're able to get away with a bit of a lower hemoglobin than males are. Iron deficiency, yeah. I don't know if I'm actually iron deficient, but my hemoglobin count is low. So iron deficiency could play a part in that. And I remember when I was in the hospital and I was bleeding out, I wasn't quite in the area they were going to give me a blood transfusion yet, but they gave me some liquid iron, and damn, did that make me feel amazing. So there is something in iron, dude. Also, welcome, Beer Dude. I like that name. Beer is freaking fantastic. I miss drinking beer. And what's up, Aizawa? How we doing? So iron will help you. I recommend, I think it's called ferrous iron. I'm not a doctor, though. Ask your doctor. But yeah, you got to check with a doctor on that. It's not just something you can just be like, oh, you know, I'm anemic. But if you stand up and your vision kind of gets distorted or goes black, that's a good sign you could be anemic. So definitely, yeah, go check with the doctor. How did the iron taste? Okay, so they gave it to me through a infusion. So it was through an IV. It was like a very bright red liquid, too. I was like, what is this? I actually refused the blood transfusion, though, later on. Because they were like, you're just under the point to where you need one right now. And it could get worse, it could get better. We don't know. So they're like, you should probably have a transfusion. I'm like, no. No thanks. I'm gonna fight it off myself. And I did. But, if it's like, I told them if I go unconscious, like I pass out from a lack of blood, then I give you permission to give me a blood transfusion. No drinkable iron. Is there? I would recommend getting a ferrous iron pill, like a supplement. There's a type that it's actually an over-the-counter supplement that doctors prescribe. But you get it over the counter. But ask your doctor first. Don't take your medical advice from a werewolf dude online. I have read a lot of medical stuff, and medicine interests me a lot, but I am no doctor. You need to get your advice from an official source, not a werewolf. Okay? Your vision go black fuzzy a lot. You could have anemia. I mean, there's multiple causes it could be, but it could be anemia. And again, it has a higher incidence ratio in women. In fact, I think it's significantly higher. But yeah, there's definitely more biologically available stuff out there. Okay, well, I don't need to get into the specific details of the medication, but it is treatable. And fortunately for women too, that is extra treatable. With what I have, it's like I'm holding the line all the time. I don't know, maybe not for long. Maybe not for long. Who knows? All I know is I could get infinitely better all of a sudden. That'd be cool. That'd be super cool. Don't take medical advice from unqualified anime boys online. See, that right there is good advice. What if you were a doctor werewolf? You see, I was going to go down the pre-med route. I thought about it when I was in my undergrad. I took one biology class, and I fucking hated it. I hated it. And I was like, I'm not doing this for 10 years. So I was like, no, I'm going to do business. And Japanese. I did both. And then I got a master's. And now I'm a werewolf. Ask him when you go sometime. Yeah, you could ask him to do a full battery. Full panel of tests. Why not? Get your hormones checked too while you're at it. If you have the insurance for it, otherwise it's going to be expensive. Remember we were talking about drugs? Yeah, I decided that might be too triggering for some people, so I was like, maybe we'll step back from that. Maybe this topic was a little too real. You know what I mean? A little too real for some people. Like a crossover between Teen Wolf and Doc Hollywood. What's up? I'm back from dinner. Oh, welcome back to What's Up? Teen Wolf and Doc Hollywood. I have seen neither. Duber D, how we doing, Duber D? What we been up to, dude? I'll be back. I need to go make food. Also, why did my stuff sent twice? Oh, don't worry about it. You're good. It doesn't show it sent twice on my screen. I'm gonna have to do, so ASTR? I assume you meant Astra. Yeah, definitely, like, yeah, next time you go to the doctor, just ask for them to run tests. And they'll tell you whether we should or shouldn't. They'll probably ask you the justification, because again, they don't want to, like, send you an exorbitant bill. I wish you could be my doctor, werewolf. You know, if I was a doctor, I would gladly be your doctor, but I am not a medical doctor. I know a lot about medicine for someone who's not a medical doctor, just like I know a lot about law for someone who's not a lawyer. But that doesn't mean I have a license to practice. Business is so fun when you're not thinking about the possibility of failing on the job or entrepreneurship markets. What do you mean entrepreneurship markets, actually? Out of sheer curiosity. Entrepreneurship was something I did a lot of research on, specifically looking at starting a small business. Okay, I don't need to get too much into that because I'm a business nerd. I'm a big nerd about business, okay? Chewing on ice right now, I don't care if my tongue freezes. Well, you know what? Ice is good. And it's refreshing, especially if it's hot out. I have to go for a tiny bit. Okay, Kurage, you be good. Good luck. Don't fall in, don't hit a deer on the way. Jelly. I like how I call you Kurage and everyone calls you Jelly. Jelly-chan. Be good, Jelly-chan. Yeah. Business management stream when? I was talking about something like that with Delta, actually. Like, investment stream. But we have to give a disclaimer. I'm not a licensed investment advisor, so I can't give you investment advice. I mean, we could talk investments. We could talk investments. You know what? Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna talk about investments. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. It's my story. Big actually. You're so hungover. I don't know why I stopped drinking so much again. Get your electrolytes. Kurage. Yeah, get your electrolytes, dude. What to invest in? Okay, before I share my screen, let me pull up Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance. Okay. There's too much political stuff on the news section, so we're going just straight to the chart. We're just gonna go straight to the chart if it'll freaking open. Oh my god! I'm about to scream, dude. It won't open. Advanced chart. Thank you. God. Okay. We're gonna talk investment. Finance bro VTuber area, because why not? This show has gone off the rails. Yes, it's gone completely off the rails. Okay, so we look at this chart right here, right? So what is it that we're looking at? What we're looking at is called the SPY, and it's an index of the entire stock market. It's an index fund. You can buy this fund from the vast majority of investors. Just buying this fund and holding it for many, many years brings the most return. I'm not an investment advisor though, so this is not investment advice. I have to say that. Oh, Sarah, what's up? What's up, Sarah? How we doing? How we doing, Sarah? Welcome, everyone. We're talking about very random stuff today. How we doing, dudes? Welcome in. So these lines, honestly, they just help make decisions and stuff like that. But for most people, you're going to get the most return. Again, this is not investment advice. I have to say that. If they buy in and they hold for many years on this. When in doubt, you zoom out is the phrase that everyone always uses. So if we look at the all-time of the SPY, you can tell you would have made money. You'd have made a lot of money, depending upon how much you put in. If you bought back in 1994, you would have like over 10x your money today. Like well over 10x for reference. So that is honestly the legit best thing you could possibly do. Can you elaborate on the long-term holding? So long-term holding, it just means you buy and you don't sell until many, many years later when you need the money for like retirement or something. This is the smartest thing for most investors. There's a statistic. The majority of new investors, like 98% being the majority, will not beat the market in their portfolio. We're looking at 98% of all retail investors, people like me, will not beat the market. So actually what happened recently, the market's dropped a lot. I'm not going to go over the reasons why, because that gets into political territory, and that's not what we're going to get into. I bought in here. I didn't just buy the SPY, but I bought in some stuff, and I'm going to keep buying. And the more it goes down, the more I buy. Because this is one of the ways that I make money that I live off of. Wall Street is scary, so don't be a trader. Yeah, for most people, I do not recommend trading. I do not recommend trading at all. Again, not investment advice. I'm not an investment advisor. But, so what did I buy? What did I buy? So I created a portfolio that mimics a mutual fund. And actually slightly outpaces, according to historical precedents, it outpaces the market by a little bit. Just a little bit. So first, I did buy some SPY. So I did buy SPY. I bought this QQQ. It's another like index fund. It just basically tracks a bunch of stocks. I bought JEPI. This is also kind of an index fund. This one's a little less stable, but it's really low. So I was like, why not? But this pays higher dividends. So this was to get the dividends up to the typical portfolio. I bought VOO, not COO, VOO. This is another, again, aggregate fund. I bought QQQM. Again, it's another QQQ similar fund. And this was a recently started fund, at least relatively recently. And then I bought SCHD. All in equal amounts. And that makes it nice and simple. That's my portfolio that I purchased right here on this drop. And the more it goes down, the more I'm going to buy. So how do I tell when I want to buy? So, what we're looking at here at the bottom, this is called stochastics. This is an oscillator index, or an oscillator indicator. So when this goes down to a certain point, we can tell, I think it's ran on standard deviation. Based upon the standard deviation, we can tell, it's probably going to recover within a certain range. Now, if you take a look at certain areas, it doesn't recover quickly, like right here. But when it goes down to a certain point, it means it's oversold. That's the same thing with RSI. When RSI gets too low, I think it's about 20 on the index typically, 20 to 25, means it's in an oversold state. MACD is a lagging indicator, so this tells you when it is on a downtrend or an uptrend. So when this white line crosses below the red line, we know it's on a downtrend. I'm buying on the downtrend because I know that in the long term it's going to go up. So I'm just basically setting myself up for future money. That is my portfolio. That's what I do. That's one of the ways I make money to live off of. SQQQ. Did I say SQQQ? Well, let me see. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. What in the world? What? What? The short. Oh, did you short the market? You bought a short fund? So I think what RB is saying, if we need to look at a more recent chart. Recently, the market dipped really hard. So if you bought SQQQ in a reasonable amount of money, you would have made money. If you shorted the market, as you can see. So maybe that's what RB is saying. Otherwise, do not buy and hold this fund. Do not buy and hold it. This is for hedging or trading purposes only. Again, I'm not an investment advisor. This is not investment advice. Do not buy and hold this. As you could tell, I mean, what you do with your own money is your own business, but I wouldn't. But it could be good for trading. So that might be what he means, especially if you bought like a call option on it. If you bought a call, you're crazy if you bought a call option on it. How did we get here? Yeah, we're just talking about random stuff. Yeah, don't hold. Do not hold. Do not hold it. Yeah. But no, if you bought in somewhere around here and you held to this peak, you probably made some bank on it. I tend to have, I did predict the drop in the market. I did predict it. But I was like, meh. I don't want to risk money because this is money I live off of right now. So I went for a more long-term strat. So, yeah, I'm basically just slowly filtering all my money into the long-term portfolio. And then once that has some decent gain behind it, then I'm going to do, you know, some more short-term stuff. Because I am good at accurately predicting this kind of thing, using my indicators here. But, yeah, don't hold it. But if you did buy in like and sell like RB did, you did a very smart thing and probably made a lot of money. You was holding it 2 months ago. Hedge, of course. Yeah. You look into it more later. Remember World War II, World War I, the stocks just plummeted? Yeah, it does that. It just does that. Let me see if I can get a full chart of the SPY. It just does that at times. I mean, look at, where's 2020? Where's 2020? Okay, so here's... Oh my god. Ah! Okay, so look at what happened in 2020. You know, you guys know what happened in 2020. It went down really far. Went down really far, right? But then look what would have happened if you didn't buy. Look at all the money you missed out on. Look at all that. You missed out on a ton of money. Even if you bought at the peak right here, and you held on until... How many months is that? I don't know, like 6 months later, you'd be in the green again. It would go down a little bit, but then it'd go back up, and then you made money. So this is why time and market tends to win. For most people's use cases, that's what is recommended. Again, I'm not an investment advisor. I don't know, bro. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just a dude. Wait till you reach at least 10K. Bro, I'm not selling crypto. I'm not going to sell crypto. I'm not going to sell crypto. I don't trade crypto. I'm not a crypto dude. SMX is the lose big stock. You know what, Magic Cow? Let's check out your stock. Let's see. Let's check out SMX. What do they even do? What the hell? Huh? Security Matters Public Limited Company. How do you screw up this bad? I guess maybe they went bankrupt. Splits? Oh, it's a stock split. That reeks of manipulation. That reeks of manipulation. Yeah. No, they what they're doing is they're manipulating their chart. And then people fall for it and buy it, and then they sell out like that. And yeah, so this I would consider to probably be an insider trading chart. I don't know if that's a fact, but to me it looks very suspicious. Yeah, I wouldn't buy it. You got 1,000 Tesla shares 4 years ago. Damn, RB, holy shit. Yo, that would be crazy. Astra, do you have an NFT? No, I don't own any NFTs. I probably own a little bit of crypto, but I don't really mess with crypto that much. To me, crypto's just, it's too much of a black box. I get people have made millions on it, but it's a black box. I like dealing with something that's a little more known, you know what I mean? Speaking of holding things, isn't the texture of boiled egg just perfect? You know what? I agree. It's like some kind of like nice rubber. There's a lot of colors on the screen right now, so you're lost. Moo. No, we lost Moo. Also, Delta, what's up? Is that Astra Chan, my financial advisor, but he doesn't know. I am not a licensed financial advisor, but we are definitely talking about stocks. Oh, I am still on top chat. Delta, thank you so much for showing me that. I would have never fixed that, dude. Oh my god. Kangai wa nai. Doyukoto. Yeah, guys, go check out Delta. Delta's freaking awesome. Please, everyone. Astra coin is about to go way up. No, I'm not selling any crypto. I will never sell crypto. I will never sell out and sell crypto. That will never happen. I'm going to promise that to you guys right now. If anyone ever says, hey, I am Astra Yonaka and I sell cryptocurrency, they are a liar, a cheat, and they should be hung, drawn, and quartered for doing that. Do not buy that crypto. It is a certified shitcoin. Live chat should be default. Yeah, I don't know why it goes to top chat by default for me. It always goes to top chat. I'm not sure why. But I will never, ever, 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 ever in my life ever try to sell you a crypto. So you're listening here right now. You could clip that just in case anyone's ever trying to accuse or trying to sell a crypto like falsely in my name. Only a few cryptos, okay. Yeah, I agree. Like there's XRP, there's BTC, Bitcoin, ETH, Ethereum. Like there's some good ones. NFT, yeah, I'm not touching NFTs. No. It's a cool concept, but no. No thanks. I hope to eventually one day be making my money making music. That would be super cool. I release music and, you know, that brings me in like some revenue from the streaming platform and stuff, and that would be awesome. And that could be all I ever need. I'm being totally honest with you guys. If I even made like a minimum wage off of that, I need nothing else. I'm very, very frugal. You have no idea. I live very cheap. So long as I have the tools that I need to make music. If you change your mind down the line, we will hold you to it. Trust me, I will not change my mind. I have seen too many of those go into scandals of being very bad situations. I will never sell a crypto because I'm not a scammer. 音楽やっぱすごいね。いやーすごいよ。俺も音楽大好きなんだよ。Salutations, fellow gamers. I, the real Yonoinka, am opening a new crypto. Oh, speaking of. Wait, that's not YouTube. Let's update this real quick. So, this hasn't been up for very long. This song has not been up very long. But we're at almost 400 plays. It's been up for like a couple days. No video, long form video, let me specify. No long form video on my channel has ever performed that much. But for some reason, this song is getting a good bit of views early on. And there's actually been people who have discovered me through it already. I think that's fascinating. This is a super cool result. I was not expecting to get views on this, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. So I'm super happy with this. Like, it doesn't seem like a lot, especially placed next to Gas that has 35 million plays. But benchmarking it, like, this is huge for me. I'm just, you know, that's just me. That's just me being me, I guess. But yeah, I've not had a video like perform that much. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. As long as you're happy. Yeah, that's all that really matters. So long as you're enjoying what you're doing and you have what you need to get by. Right? You don't need anything else. I used to like think like this is like when I was pretty young. I was going to grow up and I was going to work hard to earn a ton of money and try to be like a, you know, a rich dude and have, you know, anything I could possibly want, but still, you know, do, you know what I mean? But I didn't want to spend it on things. I wanted to spend it on going to go do stuff. But now I'm like the exact opposite. I'm like, I want to live humbly. I want like a little homestead with a cabin. A little homestead with a cabin and, you know, just enough money to get by. Health insurance. I need health insurance. and, you know, just enjoy my time there. Grow the stuff that I need, eat really healthy food, try to be healthy, and just enjoy stuff. And surround myself with good people. Because I think that's what it's really all about. And it was traveling that changed me. Traveling made me realize, you know what? There are different ways to live. And you can be happy, and you don't have to be rich to get there. Astra Chan, check your clips. Hold on. I don't want to accidentally dox something, so let me see. What has been clipped? What has been clipped? Your clips. Astra Coin. Wait, what? Hey, I am Astra Yonaka, and I sell cryptocurrency. No! They are a liar. Hey, I am Astra Yonaka. No! Why'd you clip it like that? Why'd you clip it like that? No! Bruh! No! Delta's trying to get me in trouble, dude. Ow! Gunstra Jorkanaka selling Wolf Daddy NFT. No! I don't want to sell NFTs. Is that really all you want? Yeah, I want a small life. I want to live small. Maybe do some traveling. I would like to have enough disposable funds to get some decent music equipment and do some traveling. That's it. I don't need anything else. Bro, I do not sell crypto. I do not sell crypto. Do not buy Astra Coin. It's a scam. Whoever said Astra Coin, that's a scam. Don't buy it. Bruh, oh my god. Okay, I'm down for selling plushies. I'm down for selling plushies. That I'm totally down for. Also, Kurage, you be good, bruh. Good luck, be careful, don't fall in, don't hit a deer on the way. And we'll see you later. You clipped my crash out. Which crash out? I've had so many crash outs. But I will never ever sell NFTs or cryptos. Wait, maybe I'll sell a plushie, but the plushie is an NFT? So then you get an NFT with the plushie? I don't know, maybe I might do that. But then you're actually getting something. You're actually getting a plushie. I don't know how that would work. Hear me out, fashion. Corin, you're a genius. Starting a fashion brand? That would be pretty cool. But, like, what kind of stuff would you guys like to see? Because you got to keep in mind, I got to cater to all audiences. You know, so, like, what kind of vibe we going for? What do we think? Jorkanaka $5 Wolf Daddy JPEG only you can own. Except people can copy and paste it. I will be filing a lawsuit because you copy and pasted my profile picture and it's an NFT worth $10. I'm gonna be filing a lawsuit for $10 million because you just can't do that. You violated the rules. You're not allowed to do that. First he calls us, I did not say you were, I say the exact opposite. I have no harem. I'm a good boy. I'm an innocent boy. I'm very, very good and monogamous and dedicated. I have no harem. Why do you guys have to say this? And I'm not trying to sell you crypto. I'm trying to do the exact opposite. I have no crypto. If anyone ever bears my name and says I'm selling crypto, I am not. It is a scam. Don't buy it. You guys always dunking on me in my own chat. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Everyone else who posts about Lanecore fashion is a faker. Lanecore fashion is a faker. I have mastered the art of ridiculous ass outfits based on anime characters who spend too much time online. Wait, let me look up Lanecore. Lanecore fashion. Lanecore outfit. Oh! I don't know if this is the right thing. Hold on, let me pull up images and make sure nothing crazy pops up. Is it kind of almost scene-ish? Almost like a little bit scene, but like that sort of deal? I don't know, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. What's going on here? We chilling, bruh. Innocent boy. See, yeah, I don't have a harem. Moo has been in the chat. You're ignoring Moo? You're ignoring Moo, Corin? I can't believe this, Corin. Oh my god. Moo is a very big presence in our stream, and you've been ignoring. Well, let me look. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see. Yeah, you do. Okay, hold on, let me share the screen. I see a lot of people dressed like this in Japan. A lot of people. Like, this is... Honestly, this is like half of the fashion you're going to see there. And depending upon the place you go. But this is like the kind of thing you're going to see. But yeah, this is very, very accurate. I don't know about the hat. I've not really seen hats like that. But the other clothing, yes, you see a lot of it. Like a ton of it. I know, poor Moo getting ignored. As someone in Astra's harem, I'm here trust. Bruh. I am not hypersexual. I ain't got a harem. I'm a good boy. I'll do that. I'll do that. Moo makes me freaking mad, Joello says. Joello, what did I do? What did I do? Oh, Matt Tuckern. Although I think, yeah, you've probably been here since earlier. My bad, dude. I'm maybe slightly an asshole today. My bad, Matt. I'm sorry, dude. Did someone say harem? Yeah, they're all saying I have a harem again. I do not. I think if you watch the show, you might see your other outfits, but I don't know. Yeah, it looks a lot like Japanese, like Uniqlo fashion. So a lot of people wear Uniqlo there. I'm not angry anymore. Crashes out 47 minutes later. My crash out is infinite. It never ends. I live in an endless cycle of crashing out. It does not stop, and it shall not stop forever. I'm gonna just say that you know what you did and not clarify any further, so I get to take the higher ground over superficial claims and look cool and control in the process. Accurate, Joello. Very accurate. See, Moo, you're getting dunked on right now by Joello. You see what Joello's doing to you, Moo? No, you're good. I've been in and out one of those days. I feel it, dude. I feel it. Yeah, it's like, I feel you so much, and honestly, like, I appreciate how much you do chat in here, because right now, like, I know how, oh my god, like, when you're putting together videos, or music, or other projects, and you stream, but you also want to, like, chat in your friends' chat, almost 99% of the time, I'm lurking in there. 99% of the time, I'm lurking in their chat. I usually even have, like, multiple streams open. It depends on if I'm doing something download intensive, I can't. I'm lurking in their chats. But I can't always chat just because I'm, like, working my ass off on stuff. You know what I mean? But it'd be nice if I had, like, if I could, like, Kagebushi no Jutsu! Shadow Clone Jutsu! And have a second computer, and they're, like, doing all the work, and I could just chill, like, haha. Mizuki said something crazy. Mizuki got scared by, Mita-chan. You know. And just chill in there. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And that's kind of something I'm looking forward to with the Lucid Minecraft server. Is it's just going to be chill with everybody involved. Everyone could go in there and just chill, and we have a good time. We build, and we have our own little crazy projects that we do. It'll be fun. I'm really looking forward to that. That'll be a lot of fun. And then eventually, we'll have the public side of the server open. I gotta figure out some stuff for that, though. There's some logistical challenges I'm having. But once I figure that out, there'll be a public side, and then everybody could join. It'll be a lot of fun. Wait, what is happening? I wanted my heart. Joello. I think this means Joella loves me and we are now married. Yo! Astra needs a treat. I would gladly take a treat. I think this means Joella loves me and we are now... Well, I already read that. Bruh, I've had a mental error. There you go again, Moo, trying to marry someone else. Moo, I ain't no rebound, Moo. Yo, Joella, whoa. Moo is always trying to marry something, Jaybird says. Whoa, that phrasing. Moo, do I need to bring up that you wanted to marry me? Yo, Moo getting called out like this in chat. Holy shit. Moo, you are getting called out today. I remember someone saying Unikuro ke to me once, and I asked them, Jibun no fashion ke wa? Wait, what? Well, no, Unikuro ke is not a bad thing. That's not an insult. That's like Japanese fashion. Like, you know, what you're going to see in Japan. So I don't think they were insulting you, but yeah, to me, the fashion that was pulled up was very Unikuro ke. I don't think that's a bad thing. My ke is, probably homeless K. I feel like okay, let me tell you what I'm wearing, guys. So, I'm wearing a flannel right now. And oh my god, wait, it's a Uniqlo flannel. It's a Uniqlo flannel. Holy shit, wait a moment. But, so, it has actually been through a lot of work because it's a flannel. I mean, come on. You work in a flannel. And the shoulders, I mean, the elbows are absolutely completely torn out of it. Like, the elbows are basically gone. Well, one is gone and one has a small hole, but it's enough you could see my elbow through. It is very raggedy and worn out. I think there's a hole in the shirt pocket too. And then I got some jeans. Like carpenter jeans. I know, it's not fashionable, but it's work clothing. It's for doing physical labor when you're out in the woods, so you don't get cut on briars. Okay, maybe it's not fashionable. Maybe I'm lumberjack core. But look, when you live in the woods, you got to dress a little bit differently. When I'm in the city, I dress very differently than I dress in the woods. Give me a break. Joello, she's yours. I got Mizuki. Yo. Yo. Looks like Moo's trying to start her own harem. Moo, stop trying to start harems in my chats. Jaybird, tie Moo out for 20 hours. I'm kidding. Don't do it because it deletes Moo's messages. Moo, I know I forgot you, but please don't divorce me. Yo. Moo harem. Yeah, apparently Moo's developing their own harem right now. No, like I asked the person what their fashion was and they said Uniqlo-ke. Oh! I see what you're saying. Yeah. Uniqlo-ke is very, very common there. You're gonna see a lot of it. Honestly, it's like the easiest Japanese fashion to get into when you live there. Because it's very accessible. And it just looks good. It just looks good too. Except for my very torn up Uniqlo flannel. I don't know, maybe some people are into that. They like, man, this dude's been through some rough work. Like, maybe he's got some, like, hard working hands. You know what I'm saying? He's got them rough hands, them calloused hands. Except my hands never callous. No matter how much I swing an axe or whatever, they don't callous. I'm immune to calluses. Oh my god, I can't keep up with the chat right now. I'm yapping so much. Don't worry about multiple marriages, Moo. It's only polygamy if law enforcement finds out. Honestly, would they care, though? I don't know if they would care. Don't they make leather elbow patches for flannels for that exact reason? Yes, they do. And I need some really bad. Kelly, what's up? How we doing, Kelly? What's up, Kari? Welcome. I love the Decora fashion. I have a lot of accessories because of my Decora fashion. Let me look up Decora outfits. What is Decora? It is very bright and colorful. Hold on, let me show you. This is a very, very bright and colorful type of fashion. Like, whoa. The amount of work you would have to put in to wear this. I admire the effort alone, because look at all of this. This is a shit ton of work just for some clothing. Holy crap. I couldn't pull it off. I'm going to straight up say right now, I couldn't pull this off. I would look awful in this. But these dudes are pulling it off a lot better than I would. It's not my thing though. Yeah, it wouldn't work on me. But I'm just admiring the amount of work they put into it. Like, damn. Like, how much it takes to actually do that. Astra's jealous. What do you mean? What do you mean I'm jealous? What do you mean I can do 20 hours, Jaybird says. No, I'm a good boy. I am monogamous. I stick with one person and one person only, and that's how it's always gonna be. That will never change. You know what? Do it. I've been betrayed for the last time. What is happening? Moo, am I in your harem? Magic, yes. Yo. Can I add 4 hours to that? You know what? Go for it, Jaybird. No, okay, don't actually. I'm afraid one day I'm going to say it just the wrong way and he's going to do it. Be like, no! I'm so confused. What does Moo love? Moo is literally building a harem in my chat right now. And you know what? You know what? So long as people aren't saying that I have a harem, you know what? Maybe it's okay. Not our senpai, they are innocent. I'm innocent. I'm an innocent boy. I've done nothing wrong. How is everyone on this miraculous day? I'm doing pretty good, dude. I'm doing pretty good. I can't do 20 hours, but I can do 24 hours. Well, 24 hours is closer than 12 hours, so round up. Astra, if you grab someone by the arm, what would they feel? It depends which hand I'm grabbing with. Because one hand, I keep my nails short. On another hand, my nails are a bit longer and pointy, because I play guitar. So if I usually do grab, well, I don't grab people. I don't usually grab people. But my object interact button is with my left hand, because I'm mixed-handed. So I would probably grab someone with my left hand, so they'll probably feel a very soft hand. Maybe soft but bony. My hands are a little bit bony. I just grab my own arm to check. Honestly, I want to dress girly, K, dark, girly, black. Things are in my way. What kind of things are in your way? Dekora K looks too cute for me, and I love the hair accessories. Yeah, no, it looks like a lot of work. I don't want to look like Rainbow Bright on steroids. It looks like the young, kind of like young cat, but a human. What's Uzi? Ozi. Like Prince? Ozi fashion. Yeah, I don't know if I could pull this off either. I feel like, okay, I have some commentary on this type of fashion. I feel like with this type of fashion, the difference between what makes this classy and cheesy is the setting. I think that the background makes this fashion a lot. Like, if you're just in some regular place, it doesn't look that good. But if you put it in a setting like this, now it's classy. Now it looks really good. I think the setting matters a lot with this type of fashion. Like here, classy. Because of the, you know, the background and stuff. Although it's very grainy and pixelated. You could probably get by with this too, kind of Japanese core. Although the drywall rooms and the tile roof, I feel like that takes away from it. I don't know, maybe I'm being too nitpicky. This is more classy because they got the nice staircase. But you see what I'm saying? You gotta have the right, like this is very classy. I love this. It's the background that makes this fashion. I could see it at an anime convention though too. But outside of this type of setting, I just don't see it working. Wait, the colors on this one got me. I like the colors on this. The colors are cool on that one. But yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion when I look at it. Where was I? Where Loki Astra looked good in a mini skirt. I absolutely would not. I would not. Okay. I've got the broad shoulders. I've got the long dong. I do have some leg hair. I don't have the wide hips. I'm not pulling off that mini skirt. That mini skirt would be a crime against humanity if I put it on. It would be bad. It would be bad. You do not want to see that. Wait, what happened to Moo? Did Moo get yeeted? Moo, please let me join. Callie says, everyone trying to be a Moo's harem now. Wait, what is happening? Do you usually read trip reports? No, I was doing it today, but then some shit went down. So I decided to hold off on it for today. I might revisit it at some point, but I'm very interested in the subject. I think it's a very cool and fascinating subject. You know what I mean? It is a subject I would like to dive more into, but clearly I need to put some more trigger warnings up, because I don't want to actually people to be like, you know, scared, or you know, for some people it's very visceral. Even for me, it's very visceral at times. Why are you interested in the subject? Moo, why you change accounts? I gotta ban you on that one now too. Wait, Moo changed accounts. Wait, what? Damn, Astra, your hands are bisexual. What? No, it's called mixed-handed. It's not bisexual. That is crazy. That is actually insane. Mixed-handed is the bad form of ambidextrousness. So ambidextrous people can do all tasks perfectly well with either hand. Mixed-handed people have to do one things with one hand and have to do other things with the other hand. So like picking stuff up is my left hand. I used to be left-handed in archery, but for some reason I switched to right-handed. I think it's because of my dominant eye being on my right side. But you know, it's just like you do different things with different hands. It's very common in neurodivergent people, or people who were originally left-handed, but they were raised to be right-handed. So that's where you're going to see the incidents very frequently. I love Decora girls, but I love Gyarus too. Unfortunately, Gyarus and girlies don't seem to get along. I think if you go to Harajuku, you'd see them get along. People, like very fashion-forward people there, tend to conglomerate together. They're actually very open and accepting. It's fascinating. Like, they don't have like turf wars over, this is Gyaru territory, you know, they don't have any of that. At least as far as I know. I wear it to the park by my house. It looks like it came out of Victorian era. Okay, in a park, that is the right setting for it. It would look classy in that setting. Long. long. Mu-chan. Mu-chan. Corinne's calling for you, Mu-chan. Yes, I agree. I love hearing different people's experiences with things like that. I do too. It's very fascinating. I think the most fascinating substance trip reports is Datura. Or I think it's not Morning Glory. It's just Datura. Or like Devil's Trumpet, I think it's called. Don't ever take it. Don't ever take it. A doctor will never prescribe it to you. It is a deliriant. It is poisonous. Don't take it. But those are the most fascinating ones, in my opinion. It is wild. Absolutely wild. Astra, hear me out on these color combos. Pink, black, red, and white. I do like those color combos. They feel like a classic combo to me. Like, if you're looking for a good go-to, like, standout color combo, that's what you go for. I'm gonna start coloring my Hatsumika. I need to get colors. Don't you dare do anything bad, Astra. Oh, I'm about to commit, embezzlement. Sakura. Don't look away. I'm committing crimes. I'm literally a criminal right now. Oh. Astra loves the red and white Santa Claus look. Okay. Hear me out. Women in Santa outfits. You know the kind I'm talking about. You know the kind I'm talking about. Am I going to be able to show this on stream? Oh, there's a male version. Wait, what? Okay. No, maybe I shouldn't show... No, I'm going to be cautious on that one. I'm going to be cautious on that one. But hear me out at that one. Damn! Ow! All I'm saying... Oh! Okay, okay, alright, I'll chill. Never leaves the house without his Christmas elf ears. Bro, okay, now here you go spreading fake rumors about me. This is fake! You're fake! By the way, Astra, I really think what happens, you actually ask me to ban someone. I don't do it because I'll think you're joking. Oh, I never thought about that. Yeah, maybe I do need to be careful. Although my tone changes when I say someone's got to get banned. To be fair. I'm not like, time them out for 2 seconds. You know, I never do that. I'm like, sorry, man, you gotta go. Or I'm like, straight up, get the fuck out of here. If someone does something really bad, you know what I mean? If you shouldn't take it, then why did they name it after chocolate? Don't take it. It is highly poisonous. Also, Panay Girl, take it easy. It was good to see you, dude. But, yeah. No, Datura is a highly, highly poisonous delirium plant that you never, ever want to take in your entire life. It will absolutely 100% cause you permanent damage to your mind and body. It is hell on earth. Do not ever take it. Ooh, hear me out. Women in cow outfits. Damn, Corin, I didn't know you were so based. Ooh, shit. Yes. Corin gets it. Corin gets it. Yo. Corin is based. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, but I know I can't show that on stream. And some freaky stuff will show up. Kelly, Astra, hear me out. Women. Real. Definitely hear me out. I'm really, really interested in deliriums and hallucinogens. Like some DPH and DXM. I actually don't know what DPH is, but I know what DXM is. Yeah, no, it's really fascinating. But you know what fascinates me about DMT is, I said it earlier, but how, no matter what culture you go to, the visuals, like the type of hallucinations that you see are the same. And that is unheard of. Like most substances, or like even if you have like hallucinations or delusions, that doesn't happen across cultures. But for some reason with DMT, it does. And that's really fascinating. Not the howl, bro, he howled. You guys, you can't bring things up like that. Astra sounded constipated. I'm not constipated. I'm not, you know, I don't need to talk about my bathroom habits on stream. This show has gone off the rails how it should be. Did I hear a cow? Yeah, they're talking about cow outfits. And I was like, oh, shit. Damn. Okay, I need to chill. It's just, it's too good. It's too good. Ugh. Yo, if I was, okay. Can I say, you know what? It's my show. I'ma fucking say it. If I was dating someone and they came in one of those, you know the cow outfit. You know the cow outfit. It's immediately. Like, hold on. Let me see if I can find the meme. Let me see if I can find the meme. I'm trying to find the meme. Where is it? Is this... Okay. Alright, so I found the meme. Hold on, let me show you. Holy shit, hold on. Okay, so imagine this, but sped up like 100 times. Okay, alright. I need to chill the fuck out, guys. I actually need to chill. Oh my god. DPH's thing makes you see Hat Man. Oh! Yeah, no, I don't mess with that stuff. That is... that's kind of like, Datura Light, as far as I know. It's safer than Datura. Cow outfit's too good. I'm not paying enough attention. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm crying, bro. You made me cry. What do you mean I made you cry? Why are you doing this to... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I try to be your support. You make me suffer this burden. Astra look up. Nikkei Trina. Okay, can I show that on stream? I know the Nikkeis really show a lot. Alright, I'm looking it up. Damn! Okay. I'm gonna chill. Damn! Okay. Yeah! Holy shit! I don't know if I could show... Can I show this? Can I show this? Okay, I'm gonna show it for just a split second. Boop! If you guys missed it, you missed it. Yo! The Goonstraw Hornnuck. I'm sorry, but it's just you guys. Ah! Damn! Okay, alright. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna relax. Honestly, it was my fault. I should not have enabled him. Sorry, chat. So, yeah. You know, I have made a severe and continuous lapse in judgment. Okay. He is a cowboy. Yeah, my inner cowboy probably came out with that. Yeah, I imagine the accent slipped totally. It slipped through completely. I can't hear, but you guys can. Holy crap. Bro is not beating the freaky allegations. I'm calling him Jortnaka. Yeah, I'm not beating it at this point. Get Astra his chew toy right now. I mean, you can't just throw something like that in my face. No, but yeah, so how about that? You guys catch the game the other day? You guys catch that game? That was one hell of a touchdown. Damn. Yeah, I can't believe, like, Harry, number 43, managed to run through the point guard and got that touchdown. That was one hell of a play by Harry, number 43. That was really something, guys. I still can't believe that I witnessed that on ESPN. That I totally watch. Yeah. How about the weather, guys? So, we got some crazy weather going on. It's pretty clear skies tonight. And I like to go outside and, you know, it's really nice. RB, yo! Yo! Harry run through that point guard, railed him hard, yo! Oh my god! You rewinded it and seen it? Yeah, you know the trick. You know the trick. I said it so you guys can rewind the stream. Can you tell a very funny story? Go for it. I used to dress cheerleaders for Halloween. Dress as a cheerleader, you mean? Well, cowboys don't get freaky with the livestock. Okay, I'm not talking about literal freaking cows, dude. Okay, I'm gonna chill. We moved away from that subject. We moved away from that subject. I need a fidget spinner. I need a fidget spinner. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I'm just spinning my fidget spinner. It's all good. We're all good. It's all chill. It's all chill. Yeah. We're doing good. It's great. It's... Sorry, move. It was a kamikaze move. Wait, what? Yeah, the game which you lost. Damn it, Corin! We all just lost the game. That game was insane. What a play. Dave, he's playing along with it. いい天気だね。まあ、ちょっと寒い方だけど、まあ、涼しいって言える程度かもしれないけどね。Nice dodge. What am I? I'm not dodging anything. I'm not dodging. Wonder where my fidget spinners are. I want a fidget spinners shuriken. That would be one hell of a video. Fidget spinner shuriken. There's a special I want to make, right? You know what? I'm going to keep that one a secret for now. I'm going to keep that one a secret. That you'll hear about that in probably the near future, though. I'm keeping that one a secret, though, because that will be pretty cool. Fidget with you. Oh, what? Corin! I'm calling the police on you, Corin. Jay, time Corin out for half a second. I'm tearing up over here from laughing so much. I gotta do some work. Cool your body down, Astra. I know, I got a little bit too excited. You wait, let him cook. Yeah, you see, you guys just brought up just the right subjects just to get me to, you know. One time in 2002 in high school, it was morning and they were serving funnel cakes. And I sit across the weird kid and he's snorting the powdered sugar. Bro, no! That's just... You're just gonna ruin your sinus that way. Okay, so people who actually do nose sugar, their nose can actually collapse in on itself. So don't do nose sugar. There's a very good reason not to. You'll lose your nose. I have a throwing star now, so I upgraded from a fidget spinner. Ooh, that's cool. No, free me, Corin says. Corin, you're not timed out. Yippee, thanks, Jay Bird. Yeah, no, don't snort anything into your nose that's not supposed to be there. You can actually lose your nose. I'm not joking. It can destroy your nose. So don't do it. It's not worth it. I remember, I used to do like these like throwing axes and stuff, because you're talking about a throwing star. And I had these like little throwing axes and throwing knives. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try throwing a full size axe. It was a splitting axe, though. It wasn't like a felling axe. And I throw it, and I get it in. But I throw it so many times, I break the damn axe. I was so sad. But I could throw a full size axe, too. I've done a pixie stick or two in your day. Don't do that. You're going to collapse your nose in. It's not good for you. You can lose your whole nose. Just have lean like the rest of the normies. Based. Based. Lean is based. I'm drinking perp drank milk plus. Lord have mercy. I'm about to bust. Yeah. I gotta get leaned out. I've seen someone snort fun dip. No. Throwing knives. Yeah, I like sharp things. I like weapons and sharp things. Wait, no breathing challenge? Wait, let me see how long I can not breathe, okay? Let me pull up a timer. Or stopwatch. Stopwatch. We're gonna see how long I can not breathe. Okay, nothing doxing on here, so that's good. Alright, I'm gonna do a diver's technique really quickly, so... But I'll breathe it. I'm not gonna breathe. Still good. I'm not breathing. How long will I be able to go? No, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Okay. About 1:20. Not bad. That's actually not too bad. Whew. Okay. I did my best, guys. Oh my god. You and Rhea have throwing axe collab. Yeah, we're actually talking about doing that at some point. Because Rhea's got some proper throwing axes, so we might go and do that. It'd be fun. Astra would be on business when it comes to defending the household. Like, damn, okay. Yeah, no, I would feel really, really bad for anybody who was not supposed to be here. I might be, like, weakened by my illness, but my rage can still burn hot. And I have many sharp things and ballistic things. So, I would feel really bad for them. Holding my breath with you right now. How long you guys last? Anybody that held it, how long did you guys last? Or are some of you still going? Football commentary be funny. I know, right? You make one for Astra? Wait, what? Bro, okay, don't go purple. No, I was like... I only went for like 40 seconds. Yeah, I did a diverse technique to get more oxygen in your blood. Quarterback Jorkaka is serving. Looks to pass the ball. Hair's still perfect, even at the 30-minute mark. He held the ball like a clogged toilet, twinkle back charge, and railed into Jorkaka rear takedown. RP. I need to get this in like an official, like a newscaster voice. I can hear it. I could. What's a twinkle back charge? That's like my secret move. It sounds a little fruity, I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like I got like a really like fruity Hisatsu waza. Holy, I was joking. You dared me on stream. You knew I would do it. Also, you can hold your breath for long. Duper D? What do you mean, bruh? What did it mean by that? What did it mean by that? Yeah, it's probably like about 129 being real. It's about 129 or so. You're still holding... Holy shit, Jennifer, what? Corin, don't ask questions. Duberdy, what does this mean? Yeah, I'm curious myself. Duberdy, would you care to elaborate? Please share with the class. What have you been passing notes around class about? We would all love to know. Twinkle back as a random linebacker. It sounds really fruity. If I was playing football and I got called Twinkleback, I would be so pissed. I would be so pissed. Who said that? I'm pretty sure I saw you passing notes around in class. It's either that or I can confiscate your phone for the rest of the day. You know what? Actually, for that lie you just told, I'm about to call your parents. I'm gonna call your parents on you, Duper D. Here we go. Duper D, please report to the office. Your parents are here. Duper D. Oh, Duper D's in trouble. Oh, Duper D's gonna get smacked by our parents. Duper D. Oh. It's actually just a doctor's appointment. There's this guy in Kansas City Chiefs named Willie Gay. Is he gay? Because if he's not, I feel a little bad for him. If he is, maybe he embraces it. I'm innocent, I swear, chat. No, no. Sorry, Duberdy. I think you're in trouble, Duberdy. It's just, that's just how the world works. You say stuff you're not supposed to, and you go to jail. Parent jail. Your parents are going to pick you up, and they're going to have some very harsh words for you, young lady. Oh, so welcome back, Dimmy Queen. Willie Gay. Okay. No, I can't say people whose names I met. I can't say it because it might dox stuff. But I've heard some crazy ass names. I mean, tackling someone down for a ball is kind of... Yeah. You're kind of right. I mean, you're literally fighting over balls and you're wrestling with other dudes. And you're wearing like tight clothes. It's a little bit. But still, you got to be pretty strong to do it. I admire the strength. I know I'm clowning. I clown a lot on sports like that. I did used to box though and shit. Although boxing's not. Although you're shirtless. Well, it depends. It depends. Sometimes you're not shirtless. It depends. But I do admire the strength. It takes a lot of strength to do what they do. I don't have that kind of strength. I had to say it, the opportunity couldn't pass me by, bruh. Asher wants some spaghetti. I would take some spaghetti. I would actually eat some. I'm not gonna lie, as much as being ill sucks, it's always fun when you get to leave school early to go to the doctor, especially when you get a treat afterwards. I know, right? And then you don't have to be in school the rest of the day. Usually it's pretty freaking awesome. Balls mentioned, I have been summoned. Also, welcome back, Sakura and Matt. What's up? So we found the code word for Matt. So if we're ever wondering if Matt is lurking around, we just have to say balls. And that's how we'll find out. Hey, if it works. But yeah, guys, I might hop off of here in just a bit. We'll probably revisit this subject in the future, but I'll be a little bit more careful about how I go about it. I like this subject. I think it's really interesting. This is a very interesting subject to me. I have a lot of fun. Well, fun maybe... I wouldn't say it's a fun subject, but it's really interesting to get into and kind of see like where these things can really take you. You know what I mean? Hold on. I'm checking something right now. Oh shit. Hold on. There's someone we absolutely need to raid. He's an awesome dude. You have something weird to say? Well, say it! Say it! Hold on, I'm setting something up really quickly. Pinch the Astra's face cheeks. AWOO. Nanka kawaii. そんなに顔触りたいの? なんで? なんだこれ? 何? Bet I would share Astra. Huh? What? As an Italian, I just died after you said spaghetti. Like that. Spaghetti? Okay, well, now I know how to trigger Callie. Yeah, I figured it out. But guys, I think I'm going to end off stream here, but we're raiding into Lauren Radio's It's His Birthday today. It's a big day. Please, I would very much appreciate if you all hopped in there and said hi. He's a really cool dude. Hold on. The raid message is this. Let me put this in. But I'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. EST as usual. It's a Monday tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So yes, that would be correct. and I will be seeing you guys again tomorrow